get ready. So get ready. So get ready.
Good morning.
So get ready.
Good morning.
So get ready. So get ready. So get
It's
ready.
early. It's very early right now. So let's jump on here so I can get this out the way. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. Are y'all ready?
So get ready.
Can everybody see me? Why is my screen frozen? Y'all ready? Did y'all catch yesterday's live? Was everybody on yesterday's live?
So get
If you
ready.
haven't, you need to see that. You need to see that. That was very informative,
So get ready.
very healing. Greetings. Hey, Cinnamon.
So get ready.
Oh, it's 2:14 in Germany. Are you in Germany right now?
So
Wow.
get ready.
You looked at the replay? Oh, okay. I didn't know you were in Germany, Cinnamon. Who else is from? Who are my international viewers? Tell me where you guys are from if you're not in the United States. Anybody else from outside of these United States? Russia. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got Germany, Russia, UK.
So get ready.
You're in London. Wow. So I got international UGC girls. I hope y'all walking with pride out there and confidence and a renewed purpose and a new spin on what your life
So get
means.
ready.
I hope you're walking through there strutting, stunting. I hope that's what you're doing.
So
Oh,
get
wow.
ready.
Okay, okay. I thought most of my people were from the just East Coast. I'm glad I got international
So
people.
get ready.
All right, y'all. So let's get this thing popping so we can get on with it. Yes, this is a global takeover. UGC is worldwide. We are internationally known now. Yay! This is that's wonderful to know. You're in London too? Okay. We have a lot of London people. Okay, okay, okay. So listen, y'all see the title of this live. And the reason why I'm doing this video is someone sent me and I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know if I will because it's just like it's too over the top. But she sent me a link to some woman who's on a journey to recover or heal herself from cancer. And what she's doing to heal herself is having sex with multiple men. I said I have to prepare myself mentally for this thing if I'm going to watch it, because the level of the level of nonsense out here, the level of nonsense. So she's not drinking her juices, not taking herbs. She's having orgasms to cure herself from different men. Like she's doing her bucket list, let's say. I don't know how many men she's supposed to sleep with to accomplish whatever's on this bucket list, but that's what she's doing. And that, along with just thinking about the goal for us in restoring ourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally. And you've got to know, a lot of y'all do these detox. You do the herbal detox. You turn vegetarian or vegan or fruitarian, and you do all these different modalities to try to heal yourself spiritually and physically, but yet you are still having sex with men who are toxic to you. A relationship is a nutritional additive. It is nutrient dense, right? It should be. Along with what you're eating, you are ingesting him. You are ingesting him literally and figuratively. His sperm, you swallow it in your mouth and your vagina and your anus and whatever, your eye sockets, whatever you guys are into, you are ingesting it that way, and you are ingesting his thoughts, his feelings, his fears, his apprehensions, his abilities. You are ingesting all of that. His diseases too, by the way. Not only his feelings, but his diseases, chronic, acute, whatever, you are sharing in that. You become one soul, one body. And if you're sleeping with a guy who is toxic to you, you are killing yourself. Slowly but surely killing yourself. He is altering your genes. Mhm. He is altering you on a cellular level. Y'all have to understand that the pathologies that are plaguing us, both mental and physical, are environmentally based. They're influenced by our environment and our experiences. Your heart problems, your edema, your high blood pressure, your acne, whatever's going on with your hormone fluctuations, all these things are predicated, are influenced and manipulated by your environment. Do you ever wonder, and if you track yourself, which you should do, track your health when you get into these relationships with these men. Examine how you feel, like physically. Do you feel drained? Do you feel low energy, brain fog? Are you having to take higher doses of some medication that you usually would only have to take once in a while? Are you depressed? Are you just lackluster? Do you feel off? Do you feel off since being with him? And once you make this assessment, once you make the physical assessment that this guy is now altering your blood chemistry in your body, what are you going to do about that? Because either he has to change some things around in how he relates to you, or he has to go. He has to go. Sperm can either be nutrition or toxic. It's just there is no middle ground. There is no, how you're in a relationship, you're not in a relationship, and then you have it's complicated. There is no it's complicated when it comes to your body. Most of us are recovering from some sort of early childhood trauma that's already affected us genetically. It's trauma that causes disease. Most disease are, you think it's inherited, you think it's genetic, but most diseases, I think it's about just maybe about 6% of diseases are actually genetic, and the rest of them are environmental. But like 90 something percent of diseases that we know are environmentally caused. Environmentally caused. You were rejected as a little child. You're going to find it difficult to create bonds with people. You're going to find it difficult to trust, create bonds. You're going to find it difficult to relax, to be confident. These things are going to be challenges for you. If early on in life, let's say your mother didn't give you love, she didn't hold you enough, you didn't get enough attention. Some of you were adopted even, right? And although you may not remember being given away or abandoned, there's something called an emotional memory that you don't have the actual memory, but you have the emotion of being rejected. You know it, you feel it, and you carry it along with you all throughout your life. And this is how some of you choose partners. You choose them based on your fear. Based on your fear, based on your self-worth, your self-doubt, and all that kind of stuff. That's how we choose. You choose men that you can't bond with, like on purpose, that you cannot connect with. That's a lot of our problems, you know. It's not that these men are let's say out to get us, so to say. We choose people that we cannot connect with because that's our comfort zone. That's what we know. It's not what we want, it's what we know. And genetically, that's our epigenetics has changed the neural nets in our minds. How we're wired in our brain, we're now wired to seek out that sort of treatment over and over and over again because it brings a relaxation and a comfort, even if we don't want it. Even if we do not want it. Some of you are having sex with men you know for an absolute fact that he does not care about you. You know it. You know it. And in relating with him, he slowly but surely destroys you physically and what's left of your emotions. He destroys it. You have to make a decision because I know, in environmental triggers, we're always exposed to it, right? Black women, especially black women, are exposed to the narrative of where we're unwanted, we're rejected, we're unwanted. Nobody wants us. Nobody finds us valuable. Nobody wants to marry us. Nobody sees us as attractive. Nobody sees us as whatever. We're just objects with this, and that's the narrative. That's the environmental triggers that we're constantly pulling from. And we have to understand that's changing us neurologically. The reason why you're getting the same result over and over and over again is because you're now wired for it. You are now wired by your environment for it. Because when you were born, you were not insecure. You learned that through experiences to be insecure, whether again it was your mother rejecting you, or your father never being there, or you're not getting the security that you need early on in life. You learn through time that you have no value. It's learned. It's not a fact. It's environmentally based. Everything that you're experiencing, and you experience it enough, your whole body becomes tuned in. You get tuned into that frequency, like literally. Thank you, Magic, for the donation. I love you, Selkis. I pray for your well-being. Thank you. I appreciate the prayers and the love. This is why so many black women are messed up mentally and spiritually. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you try to self-medicate. What happens is, you try to separate yourself from the trauma, and you develop other addictions to mask the trauma. So you become promiscuous, you overeat. Uh, what else? I mean, addictions are just so many and plentiful. You overeat. Maybe you even become religious. You decide to escape by giving your life to God and becoming an overzealot. A religious zealot. It happens in all forms. It happens in all forms, but none of them really offer you any cure. It's that you don't feel good, but it helps you deal. It helps you mask the pain and mitigate somehow in your mind. You're thinking you're actually progressing, and really it's just a coping mechanism, and you're not healing. You're not healing. You're not getting any better. Quiet desperation is how most of us live, in quiet desperation. And then you get with these men who don't want you, who pump you full of their toxic sperm, and then you get into a man hating rant, and that goes nowhere. Oh man, black men don't want us, and black men don't want us, and they don't want us, which is true to some extent. Some don't, but that's everybody. You ain't gonna get everybody in nothing, in nothing. So we kind of causing this thing ourselves by the decisions that we're making, by the men we're seeking out to soothe our trauma, who are really not offering us any kind of soothe, any kind of healing. Listen, the right partnership, or should I say, a partnership can either trigger disease, like you may have things in your genetics that are laying dormant, that you get with a certain partner and they come up. They get activated. He activates that cancer gene in you. He activates that high blood pressure in you. Not only activates those dormant genes. He turns. Listen, environment turns on and off genes. This is what environment does. So you get with the wrong dude, and he can turn some of those genes that you want to lay dormant. He can turn some of them on, caused by the trauma that he causes you. He can actually make you sick. Turn on genes that are just laying there dormant. That's what he can do. You get with the right guy, and his voice alone, when he comes into the room, when he comes home from work, your blood pressure goes down. Your anxiety goes down. You feel a sense of calm and relax because your man is home. Your rider is home. Now you feel safe. Now you feel complete. So it's one or the other. Somebody laying next to you can heal you or kill you. Or kill you. So this is why this thing called casual sex that y'all think has some value needs to stop. It doesn't have any value at all. Sex in itself, no value at all. I did a community post saying that the reason why sex has no value is because it's a right now thing. It's a right now thing. Sex is as valuable as the nut that you get. And its value finishes once your nut is done. Once your orgasm has been had, completed, done, it's over. There's no lingering value in sex. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Love, however, or caring for a person, however, is over the long haul. It's a future goal. It's right now and 20 years from now kind of thing. That's what care is. Care is forever. Sex is for the moment. And some of y'all are getting tossed up thinking that you have a relationship because you're having great sex. And it's just for the moment. That's it. Instant gratification. And it doesn't matter what level of enjoyment you give him, because some of you measure his level of enjoyment of your body as some measure of your worth and your value to him. And the two are separate. Once he gets a nut, it's over. It's biologically over, environmentally over, genetically over, behaviorally over. It's over. Over. So you know, sex like beauty is a tool. It's a tool. It's something you promise for in exchange for a certain behavior, which is a commitment, which is a I want you to care about me past this moment. And I'm offering you my body as a total surrender and a promise and a bond that we are going to be together past this moment. Past the moment. That's not something you give and then, you know, maybe stuff will work out. That's a reward for someone showing you that they're past the moment. They're past instant gratification. They're not in it for instant gratification with you. That's how we have to see this thing. Because if you get with him and he doesn't really like you, he's going to cause you trauma. He is going to activate illness in you. That's what's going to happen there. And you don't want that. There's no more momentary sex that's worth that. I know what people say, but it's not worth that. It's not. I see too many black women go from man to man and still end up used, abused, multiple babies, and still alone. Well, we hear that all the time. That's how those stories end. When you lead with sex, that is how those stories. Ooh, what is that? That's how those stories end. Unfortunately, so it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay. These hot girl summers and all this stuff is propaganda to get weak-minded people slaughtered. Slaughtered. We are victims of an environmental manipulation. And all these things, you know, to me, these sexual behaviors that are propagated are eugenics tools. I think they're tools for eugenics and to destroy people, just like this horrible food that we're eating. This sexual deviancy that people are destroying themselves. The Walking Dead, empty shells. Walking Dead is like this hollow. There's nothing there. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside, and that's done by design. That's done by design, so that you get up and go to work, be the debt slave. You know, because there's nothing else going on. What else am I gonna do other than go to work on a job that I don't like and screw a man who doesn't like me? This is what life is about. This is what life is about, and it's normalized. All kinds of dysfunction are normalized now. All types of dysfunction are normalized. This is why you got to be careful. You experience physical changes because of trauma. And some of y'all are just buying the trauma cash. And that's it. That is it. I wish, Sokas, you could do a black lady tour and help those poor women. Lots of black women need to hear this message. A black lady tour, huh? It sounds good. Sounds good. I lost 12 kegs. Had progressive acne while in an abusive relationship. When people saw me, they asked if I was sick. I couldn't leave because I don't think I could do better. When left, I got healthier and slept better. You see, that's what it is. When you're with these guys, I need for you to examine yourself. I need for you to start immediately. As soon as you start communicating with him, I need you to take an assessment of how you feel. What do you feel like? Are you starting to feel anxious after talking to him, unsure of yourself? Your digestion is off. You're not doing that well at work as proficiently as you usually do. The hobbies and stuff you enjoyed, now it's like you're not getting things done the way you usually do. Sometimes, well, most of the times, when you get with the wrong dude, those things, you feel it. Everything starts going haywire really immediately. Thank you, Jay, for the donation. So sperm is junk food for the most part. It is. When a man doesn't care about you, he doesn't want to commit to you. You need to consider him junk DNA. Period. We don't have time for putting your best foot forward, thinking positively about anything. All that rigmarole. You have time. You can't afford to think positively when you're assessing someone's intent, someone's his health and well-being. Like, how mentally stable is he? Because he's got traumas and problems too. Your whole goal in dating is not to make him love you. It's to understand who he is, and if he's going to be a good fit for you. If he's in line with your goals, can he help you accomplish things? And your goal is not, you see, y'all be thinking, well, I gotta my goal is to make him think I'm attractive, beautiful, sexy, and my goal is to make him want me. No. Him wanting you has to be just uh what's the word? It happens as you're going about getting to know him. But it shouldn't be the goal. It shouldn't be the goal. When you turn that "I want to make him love me" thing into a goal, what happens is you wind up in bed getting your cervix pounded out before you even know who he is, or letting him see you naked. Some of you girls start to strip. You do that them Skype calls naked, and and phone sex each other off, and all kinds of nonsense. You do all kinds of nonsense before it's even time, before he's even earned the right to even see you naked. Like, there's no hurdles to jump in. You're doing all kinds of things to give him sexual gratification because you think that's how you're going to win his heart. No. You win a man's heart by loving who you are. By loving who you are. By saying no. By putting yourself first, and not selfishly, but in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Because men will test you. Well, let me see. She says she have morals, but let's see. I'm gonna try to get it. If she says no, all right. Well, then I know it's true. If she don't stop me, then we just go for it, and I get what I get, and she gets what she deserves for lying about having morals. Then you get these dudes who want to prove a point. You bullshitting him about you got morals. You making them do this song and dance, this weight song and dance. Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that. And then you be rolling down your drawers the second night. He'll fuck you for spite. Girl, get out of here. He'll screw you for spite. I'm guilty of bad treatment, but my kids were always first, no matter how dumb I was. Well, that's good. Because some people they can't offer their kids any love. Some women can't, due to her traumatic early years and how her mother treated. A lot of y'all have mother daughter issues. So that is traumatic. That causes mental, a lot of us are mental. We have mental imbalance, mental illness. We don't call it these things because it's so, it sounds too technical, because you can function, you go to work, you pay your taxes, you go to the gym, you eat your salad, you can laugh and talk and all that stuff. So it doesn't seem like you have an emotional imbalance, but we do. UGC commandment, he can heal you or kill you. Hello, ring the alarm on that. Sperm is either nutrition or junk food, depending on who's skeeting it out, depending on who's ejaculating inside of you. My aunt is old and by herself. Kids don't visit because she neglected them for no good men. Now she's alone. And this is why I say, y'all as young women, do not make decisions about your entire life based on your position right now. Making decisions on your entire life requires delayed gratification. That means all the dates and the swirling, group sex, whatever it is y'all into. I'm just get my nut this week from this guy, get a nut from that guy, and all that kind of stuff. You have to delay your gratification. You have to leave that alone and plan for your future, because the last chapter of life is coming for everybody. And it doesn't look very nice. When you don't plan now for when you're 70, you can't plan 65 for 70. You got to plan 70 when you're 25. When you're 25 and 35, and maybe 45, you get a shot. But you can't plan for 70 at 65. You just can't do it. The last chapter doesn't look good when you wait too long. It just doesn't look good. And any man that's in your face, you got to ask yourself, what's 40 years with him going to be like? Does he want to be with me for the rest of my life? Is he acting that way? Is he talking that way? Does he make me feel that way? Do I feel safe around him? Do I feel comfortable around him? Does he want to please me? Is he concerned about me? Like, if I have car trouble, can I call him, or is he telling me call AAA? If I'm stuck somewhere at 2 a.m., is he going to get out of bed and make sure I get home okay? Is that the kind of guy that I'm dealing with? If you have a problem and you could call everybody else but the guy you're actually fucking, you need to get rid of him. That's what we call a useless eater. That's what we call junk sperm. That's what we call junk sperm, y'all. Some of you get in a bind right now, and the dude that you are having sex with, the dude that is putting his tip, tickling your tonsils with his tip, you cannot call him to assist you with anything. He's giving you a list of names and numbers to call besides him. That's about as much help as he'll give you. Well, here, call Rob, or call John, or call your mother. He'll tell you call your mother. And this is a dude that you are planning a life with. Someone that you can't count on right now at this stage, when you're young, hot, your body's as tight as it's going to be, you're cute in the face and all that. You can't get no cooperation now. You think you're going to get cooperation 20 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. Junk sperm. Junk. Y'all are dating. Some of y'all are going on dates now. These are the things that you have to have in your head. Stop having in your head, well, I just want to make him love me. I just want to make him. I want him to know that I'm the best girl. It's not all about that. Because him coming into your life is only going to do one of two things: either build you up, improve you, or destroy you physically first. Physically first, and then mentally after that. Once he destroys you physically, then you go nuts, so batshit crazy, postal, and all that shit. So those are your two potentials there. Two potentials you have there. And that's how you have to see it. There's no middle ground. That's true. I see so many women not thinking ahead about life, health, wealth. Don't build your castle on sand, ladies. Nope. I was raised by an exceptional father. I don't think I'd be alive right now if I if it weren't for him and his commitment to being a good dad. I'm sorry you went through that. Well, you have a great dad. I had a great dad too. I had a great dad too. Anything, it wasn't anything that he wouldn't do for me. So that's every woman should have that kind of dad in their lives, have that kind of experience. Unfortunately, every woman doesn't. And what's even worse is that a lot of women don't even have that bond with their own mothers. So you walk around here real trauma victims for real. And some of us you don't even know why you feel insecure, you feel emotionally unstable. You can't pinpoint an actual memory because some of this stuff even goes back to when you're in utero. When your mother's carrying you, if she was stressed out while she was carrying you, that affects how you process food, how you handle people and situations, how you communicate, your environment, even if you store fat or not. Whether your mother was stressed out or not, didn't have a balanced diet or not, all these things affect you in utero. The third trimester, the third trimester your mother's carrying you, if your father's kicking her ass or anything, you're gonna come out schizophrenic or some sort of mental dysfunction is gonna take place. Something. Like I said, 90-some% of diseases, both mental and physical, are environmentally triggered, environmentally based. And you're like, I don't even know why I feel the way I feel. Emotional memory. Emotional memory. You said your mother's schizophrenic? There you go. A lot of you have narcissistic mothers and stuff too. My mother was highly stressed, pregnant with me, resented her own mother, 18 years old. Mm. And we have women walking around here that are products of relationships with toxic men, just unstable environments. Your mother had sex with somebody she shouldn't and got caught up. They might have been telling her to have an abortion. She's pregnant with you, and the whole while somebody telling her get rid of it, and all of that is fed into you. All of that energy, even though you're a baby, you can't talk yet, no, you're not even born yet, but all of that you inherit. I was stressed with my babies, and my last one I had to fight pregnant the father. Oh, wow. Wow. That's deep. My mother had me at 17. We're best friends. Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you are. Thank you, Emmy. Suckers, do you think the saying a cat has 9 lives is symbolic of us women that go through phases? It definitely is. We need to embody the principles of cats. That's what women are, all the way. The 9 lives thing, and not just the 9 lives thing, but a cat always lands on her feet. You ever heard that? You ever seen a cat fall? A cat will fall and it will twist its body, contortion its body as it's falling, so it will land on its feet, no matter how high it drops from. It doesn't matter. It will twist and land right on its feet. This is what we have to embody as women. We are not called pussycats for no reason. We are not. And when you study the behaviors of cats. You understand that we should be mirroring them. A cat is both fiercely independent and needy at the same time. When it needs affection, what does a cat do? It brushes up against your leg. It scratches on you. It'll come right up in your face. Like, see me, I don't care what you're doing. Right now I need your attention. And when a cat doesn't want to be bothered, you call it, come here. Come here. And it'll sit right there. I don't know who you're talking to. And just a minute ago, its tail was wrapped around your legs. And when the cat's done with you, it's done with you. Oh no, I got my fill. I'm not coming. The cat will sit right there looking at you like, you stupid? Who you calling? Not me. Not me. How many cats you seen on leashes? You can't put no leash on a cat. Not unless they drugged up or something. Cats are independent. They're quiet. You can't hear them coming. They don't make any noise, any sound. And they command your attention when they want. Not when you say, when they want. And that is the principle that we all, as women, especially UGC women, must embody that principle. The principles of a cat Catholicism, cat holistic, that's what we are supposed to be. That's what we are supposed to be. Cats are kind and creepy. Yeah, they are. They're very generous. They'll kill mice and bring you gifts and stuff. Yeah, they do that. And then when they finish with you, when they don't want to be bothered with you, a cat will sit right there and look at you. Like, not today. Not today. You had me a half hour ago. I'm done. And don't think no way about it. And then come back tomorrow. Like, pay attention to me. Stop what you're doing and pay attention to me. This is a cat philosophy, and this is how we should be. Instead of all this bending over backwards that we do when we don't want to. That makes you sick. When you're doing things that you don't want to do, especially women, we are sensitive to our environments. A woman functions best when she's doing things that she wants to do. That's how we function best. You're constantly stressed out. You are going to have pH balance. Your vagina is going to you're going to need itch cream for your vagina. You're going to need medication to keep your blood pressure stable. You're going to need all kinds of stuff to keep the chin hair from growing because your environment is toxic and you're stressed. You have to minimize stress as much as possible. Men are not supposed to be stressing you out. Not even a little bit. When he starts his ranting and all this stuff, you go, boop. You have to go, oh no. Remove yourself. Remove yourself from the room, the environment. Go for a walk. Jump in your car. Go for a ride. But don't sit there and stew in that with him. Because that's going to affect you. He'll be over it. He will vent and get over and get on with it. And act like nothing happened, and here you are holding it all in, because this is what we do as women. We hold everything in, and that's what makes us age like milk. That's why men can say we hit a wall quicker than they do, because we're holding everything in. Holding everything in. Girl, remove yourself, or you tell him, listen, what I need for you to do is go like this. Take it down a notch or two, because that right there, I'm not ingesting that. You're either going to talk to me respectfully, or you're going to call your mother or call whoever else you got to call to get that off your chest. But you're not going to feed me that. That's not what you're going to do. And if you got to show him better, then you can tell him you do that, because you understand that everything affects you. Everything. My ex stressed me out so bad. He was a dusty too. Lord, it be them dusties that stress you out. Who was it? A guy made a comment yesterday. I think it was Mr. Wright. Made a comment yesterday saying, in response to Deborah, the woman that I told y'all about that had 3 and 4 dudes paying for the same hairstyle. At the salon, when I had my salon, she would come in and her husband will pay for the hairdo. 2 hours later, one boyfriend come. Another hour later, another boyfriend come. It was just crazy, and it was a lot of chicks that were playing dudes like that. And I'm here, New York City girl, thinking I'm hip and watching all these Southern chicks with their Southern hospitality, and they slow walking these niggas, like straight curving them, straight herbing them, and all with a smile and a kiss and a Sunday's best dress on. Okay, and he said, "Well, I bet you, I'm assuming the girl that you told me I wasn't fat, because men who deal with fat women 9 times out of 10 only deal with them because they have no other option." And I'm like, well, that may be true, and if it is true, fat women need to know this. They need to understand this, so that when they're out at dinner and negotiating and thinking that they got to give ass, to in good faith, and do things to show that they are of high moral character, um or highly cooperative, all the things that you feel that you got to do as a woman. She needs to know that dude is only in her face because it's the last resort. The other 10 women that he wanted rejected him. So that makes the conversation, that's supposed to level the playing field, because if I'm the only one you can catch, then I'm only one you deserve. And that means that you shouldn't be giving me a hard time. But the problem with these guys is that, they'll say collectively that a dude is with a fat chick only with her because that's all he could get. But he doesn't act like that with her. He acts like he has options with her. He gives her a hard time. He makes her feel bad about the way that she looks while he's with her. And that's the problem that we're talking about. I'm like, dude, if I'm the only thing you can get, humble yourself. If I'm your last resort, humble yourself before I leave you too. That's what you need to do. How you giving me a hard time when I'm saving you? When I'm the only one that want to give you ass? When I'm the only one that want to put up with your funky feet, your limp dick, and no money? I'm dealing with what the other chicks that you didn't want to deal with. They told you no, and you giving me a hard time like you got a choice? Negro, please. Negro, please. Don't let nobody, these dudes, if they're using you as a last resort, they you need to let them know it. You need to let them know it, especially when they try to flex. Especially when they try to flex. Come on now. These dudes love saying that. Well, because he only got her because that's all he could get, because the dudes ain't checking it. There's ugly women getting men all the time. There's fat women getting men all the time. Ain't nobody getting no shortage of men. Nobody. But the problem is, some of us feel, the problem is, a lot of us feel that these men are genuine. And and the truth is, whether you're pretty or not, that genuineness is questionable. The genuineness, I could even say, is doubtful. It's real doubtful. Men are in it for themselves. And the problem with men is that a lot of them are trauma victims too. A lot of them did not get the hugs and the love and the nurturing as little boys that they should have gotten. And they walk around here grabbing and taking what's not theirs, stealing, because they didn't get what they needed emotionally as children too. That's the problem. Most of these men are like that. They're savages because they weren't breastfed. Mothers didn't care. Mothers were stressed out and beat him down because he looked like the nothing ass dad that didn't care about her. So you find people who've been deprived emotionally are takers. And a lot of these men have been deprived emotionally. There was one lady that what's her name? I think her name was Lily, but she commented on my previous live saying that when I was talking about the different non-sexual things that people pay for. She said that men now pay for hugs. They pay for to cuddle. They have cuddle sessions that men pay for. And she says she's actually that's her business. That's what she does. Men pay her $50 an hour just to cuddle. And I said, wow, this is deep. You can make anywhere from 50, I think she said, to $500 an hour, depending on who you are, what it, that sort of thing. Just to cuddle, just for touch. I told y'all that people are deprived of human connection. And when I say this, I don't know if it just goes over people's heads or not, but this is real. You have most men and women that you meet are trauma victims on some level. Insecure, lack of being able to express honestly their emotions. They're afraid of being rejected. This is a lot of men, a lot. So there's that. So these men are paying big money just to cuddle, just to touch somebody. Do you know if a baby, a brain development in a baby happens through touch? That's how the brain development in babies happens, because of human touch. Human touch. How many of us are deprived of that? If you're not getting touched, it affects you mentally. If you don't have love or connection, somebody that you care about, somebody that you can care about and who cares about you, it affects you mentally. And a lot of these men are mental. A lot of these men are mental. You think it's a sign of strength when these dudes say, I don't care about nobody. Well, that's a defense mechanism. That's somebody who's wounded. That's somebody who that doesn't know nurturing, hasn't experienced nurturing. Anybody who will abuse somebody else, because this is what men are doing. When they sleep with you and they don't like you, when they use you for sex and your money and all that kind of stuff, that they're abusing you. They are traumatizing you willfully. It's because they are lacking the sense of human connection within themselves. And that's what it is. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I like that. This is the only what? Chick you can pull pull be humble with. Oh man. If you can only pull a Dusty, be humble and appreciative. All right, Mr. Wright said we can only pull a Dusty. We got to be humble and appreciative too. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. But I'd say this: a lot of women are not vindictive and not abusive if she's with somebody who's there because her choices are limited, as opposed to men who spite her, who resent her because he's limited in what he can actually get. So there's a difference. Cluster B, this is very common with Black women. It doesn't make you a bad woman, just bad choices. The title, Selkis. The title is real. Sperm is junk. If the guy doesn't care, has no intentions on caring, he could kill her. He's going, like I said earlier in this live, he will activate dormant genes. He'll activate disease in her through the trauma and the stress that he brings her. He can activate it. She'll be all right. Never had no problem. This never caught a cold. Get with you, and she catches pneumonia, all kind of shit. Her immune system crashes. Not only because she's fucking you, because a woman, listen, when a woman has sex with a man, even if they care about each other, her immune system goes through some wonky shit for a while until the body recognizes that, okay, we don't have to send white blood cells out to kill this infection called sperm. Like her body has to go through a period of acclimation to this foreign DNA, this foreign matter, which is his sperm. So it takes time for the body not to signal that you are actually infected. When you first have sex with a man, your body acts like it's infected because there is a foreign entity in there that does not belong there. So you are literally going through physical changes, uh, increased fevers, all kind of stuff. Some of y'all get itchy, hives, all kind of shit. Even with somebody you like. Imagine if it's somebody that doesn't like you though, and you're having sex with them. So not only is your body saying, "What the fuck is this? We got to go kill that thing." That's what your body says, and it sends its soldiers out to go find that infection and kill it. But now you got the emotional trauma attached to that too. So you're physically and emotionally infected adversely. This is why we're not supposed to be doing that. This is why we're not supposed to be doing that. Let's see. Or upgrade yourself and you can pull better. Mr. Rice said y'all gotta upgrade yourself so you can pull something you want. And rightly so. If you don't like what you're attracting, then you have to create a different presentation or a different mindset in order to get something else that you want. It's not always a look. Sometimes it really is your mind. The limitations of your mind cause you to pick up in low frequency people. Right, so-called simps are real men. The dusties have problems with them. Suckers, once women's ovaries release an egg, her body temperature goes up by 6 Celsius. Yes. Yes, it does. It does. The temperature goes up so that the body won't automatically kill the sperm. Yeah. It tries to defend, but you still go through chemical changes. Your body still sends out defenders. Listen, even babies are an infection to a woman. This is why a baby has to be in an amniotic sac, protected in an amniotic sac, because your woman's body will attack that baby. A woman's body will even attack the baby too. Like, what the fuck is this doing in here? So the baby has to be protected from antibodies. You ever heard like there's some women that have to take drugs so that they don't spontaneously abort their babies. If they have a RH blood, I believe, is it RH? They have RH factor blood. I think there's special stuff that they have to take so that they don't their bodies don't reject the baby. And then you have women that you have the postpartum depression, and some women kill their babies after birth. That is that right there is the residue or the runoff from your body saying this is an infection. That's what that is. That's what that is. Where's your job? Put the blunt down and do something with your life. Who are we talking to here? They teach about that in Psychology 101. Freudian psychoanalysis is called the oral stage. Adults develop behavior issues and oral fixations when they aren't nurtured as infants. Yeah. That is true. That is true. They not only develop oral fixations, they become tyrants. They become the evil people. They become competitive and aggressive. You think competition is normal? That's not normal behavior. That's a result of our environment not providing us what we need. You are competitive and greedy and aggressive because you're not getting what you need. When you are fully satisfied and getting everything that you want and need, you are charitable, you are kind, you have a sense of humanity and community. You want to help people. The opposite of that is true. So competition is a normal. And who do we know that always competes? Women. Women. We're always competing with each other because we're lacking. We're lacking love. We're lacking nurturing. I thought the RH negative blood means you're a god. Well, yeah, they say that you're the original, but still, there are women whose blood chemistry does not gel well with the infant, and they have to take drugs to repress, I don't know, certain things in them so that they don't reject their babies. The pink pill on the rise. The pink pill? What do you mean? Wait, pink pill dudes compete with simps? Pink pill dudes? Okay, I've never heard of that. There's such a thing? Swirling? So men who swirl, are you saying men who swirl compete with simps? You are talking trash. You're not trying to learn anything. The Black Order. It's a shame Black mothers don't know how to love and nurture boys to be kind and caring men. No, we have psychopaths all over. All over. Well, a lot of these women, I mean, not to defend, everything is everything, right? We are kind of all victims to certain degrees of society, of how all of this is by design. People are living stressed by design. Men are unable to take care of their families by design. Women are unable to nurture their children by design. We're living unnaturally. We're living unnaturally. We live, we work to survive, which is also unnatural. That in itself is unnatural, and that in itself is a stressor. We're told we have to consume things in order to be valuable. We have to buy certain things to be symbolic of value and all that. So there's all this unnatural stuff being pummeled into our heads. And this is the reason why these relationships are so convoluted and real stress points for the most part for the average person. Mothers boast about how handsome their sons are and how he's going to be a heartbreaker. Yeah, they do. How about that? And women don't realize that that's toxic. Like, why would you want your son to break somebody's heart? But they boast about that. They boast about that. So we have those issues, y'all. We have those issues. So listen, I gotta wrap up this live now. I just wanted to get an early jump start on this thing and let you sisters know, don't be willy-nilly and too free with your crotch. Don't be free with it at all, because your life is dependent on how you use that instrument, that life giver thing between your legs called a vagina. That's a life giver right there. That's a life giver. You need to start taking it more seriously. You need to nurture yourself. You need to assess the health of your relationships based on the health of you. Has your health improved since getting with XYZ, whoever it is? Has it improved? Has it changed? Has it declined? Do you feel mentally drained? Do you feel mentally off? Do you feel like you're more stupid? Some people, you be around people and you feel dumb. Like you don't feel as smart as you used to. You gotta get rid of them. You gotta get rid of them. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So no junk sperm, y'all. No junk sperm. I don't care if you're wearing a condom. Some of y'all like, oh well, I never go raw. But he's putting his dick in your mouth. He's putting his dick in your mouth. You licking the sweat off his neck. You're eating his saliva. And the tartar caked up around his teeth. You're doing all the thrush on his tongue. You licking and lopping that up. So you getting body fluids. You are exchanging body fluids. If any of that stuff get on your skin, he might not ejaculate it in you. But if he shoot it on your stomach, that that's going into your skin too. That's going into your skin too. Listen, you wrapped up in it. However you go, y'all hoes be like, no, I was bag it up, but he stayed using your mouth though. He stayed jamming in your mouth. Your poor tonsils be working overtime. Your jaw is you got your jaw unhinged. But he wrap it up. Really? 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 Oh well, I put it in my butt. I don't let him skeet in my vagina, but he skeet in my butt. So you think you're being saved because he don't put it in your vagina, he put it in your butt? It's still going in your bloodstream. It's still going in your bloodstream. And there it is. And there it is. So let's quit that act. Let's stop that act. Because if you're looking his dandruff, his sweat, his saliva, if you rub his little sperm on your face, you're in it. You're in it deep, girl. You're in it deep. Somebody say, ooh, oh no. Y'all know how I do now. Y'all know how I do. Yes, I said dandruff. Y'all lick dandruff. We think, dry skin is, when you all rubbing his head and kissing him all over his head and all that stuff, you're eating dandruff. You eating dandruff. Dandruff, shit crumbs. Y'all like licking an ass. You eating shit crumbs. You dudes that like to lick a twat. You drinking a piss. She's stale and everything. You lopping up her piss and last day cycle and all that stuff. She ain't tell you she on her last day because she horny. So you licking blood. You don't even know you licking blood. That's just what it is. She ain't tell you she had a yeast infection. She ain't tell you that. She ain't telling you you licking her ass because she's itching and your tongue is like soothing like she a fucking leper. Like she a goddamn leper. So she got you licking her ass like she a fucking leper. She ain't telling you that. She ain't telling you that. This is why you dudes are crazy too. You dudes are crazy, stink, funky, just crazy because every girl you screw that don't want you and she got disease and she ain't telling you. And you wonder why you can't focus. You can't get your money right. Ain't nothing right for you. It ain't because you a simp or an incel. It's because you been fucking dirty girls all your whole damn life. Because that's all you worth. That's all you worth. So y'all need to stop all of that. Stop fucking these dirty hoes, y'all. I'm talking to my sons now. Stop fucking these dirty women. There's a lot of dirty women. I don't care if they're cute or not. They dirty out here. She ain't telling you she douched with iodine before you came over so that her little herpes outbreak could lay dormant a little bit while you ride it raw. She ain't telling you she did that. You know what? All kind of minoxidil, all kind of prep going on before your dick get there. And y'all niggas just hungry for it. You just hungry for it. Ann says Celtics is a Scorpio, y'all. Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is a Scorpio thing. I can't help it. I just can't help it. You chicks gotta stop riding these dirty community dicks. You don't want that fucking Gouda cheese, that Swiss cheese in your ass. You don't want no stinking ass. This is why you can't concentrate and your snatch smell like it needs some Clorox. This is why. Stop doing it. Allow him to prove his intentions, his worth, and if he's in it for the long haul. If he's in it for the long haul, if he actually is, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. You can't scare nobody away that wasn't there, that want to be there. The only men you scaring away are the ones who had no plans on being there to begin with. So your holdout game ain't gonna scare nobody away who really want to be there. Are you kidding me? Self-preservation. Self-preservation. Sex is the last thing on your mind. UGC girl, sex is the last thing on your mind because most of these dudes ain't gonna really listen. You gonna be sitting there like, God damn, that was it. Shit. More than likely, it's gonna be that. That was it. Yeah, that was it, bitch. What else you thought it was? Yeah, let me go. Let me go get my vibrating. Let me go finish this off. It might be that. So you're only the consolation prize is that the dude paying bills, he want to marry you, he has characteristics of a good father, he's affectionate and all that stuff. So you know that might be the trade off. That might be the trade off. Sex. Listen, I understand it's important. It's important, but it really ain't. Not for the long game, not for when you're 65. Ask a 65-year-old woman if how important sex is then compared to the pension checks and where she can travel to and all that stuff. Ask her. Ask her. So it is what it is. You can't play this game forever. You can't play, I'm going to just get ran through forever. Eventually, the shit got to slow down. Eventually. All right, y'all. So let me go on because I got to get ready to get out of here. Put him on the couch. So, because we married women have issues with our husbands too. I wish you would give us wives a pep talk. Oh, that might be for the next live. Maybe I'll do a marriage. Y'all want me to do a marriage edition pep talk for you wives? Yeah, you wives need. I need to slap y'all around a little bit. I need to toss y'all around a little bit. So I might do that for the next live. Everyone says yes. Do a marriage edition. All right. All right, I will. So everybody, thank you for the donations. Mr. Wright, if you're still here, thank you, love. I appreciate you. I so do. I so do. And everybody else. And like up the stream, send this live to your little dating sites, your little dating groups on Facebook. Send it there so we can talk. Listen, my lives are conversation starters. Go ahead and send it there and see what the feedback you get. Because maybe the dude you like in that dating group will say some off shit and you go, oh, this nigga ain't shit. And you need to know this. So you need to shake up the hornet's nest a little bit. Use me to do that. Go ahead and do that. Don't be scared. I'm a conversation starter. Thank you, Super. Yes, I was just dumped yesterday by what? By the white doctor? Oh my goodness. He claimed that I routinely disrespected him for showing up late to all our dates. I think this is a lie. I purchased him a bunch of gifts for his B-Day. Girl, all right, I have to go. But you need to come on tomorrow so we can talk about this. Oh my God, so your little white zaddy, your little half-dead zaddy dumps you? Oh no, we gotta, something wrong there. Something wrong there, something wrong there. We're gonna have to have a discussion on that. I can't do that now though. So, but jump on the live tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do it around the same time, I think. Probably. So we'll discuss it then, okay? All right, and it's gonna be the wife edition. All right, I'm gonna see y'all soon. All right, peace.